Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain the C programming in 8051. So this is there in the module 3, 8051 programming in C. So in that the first concept I'm going to explain is data types in 8051. So why programming the 8051 in C? So compiler produce a exa file that we download into the ROM of microcontroller. The size of exa file produced by the compiler is one of the main concern of microcontroller programmers for two reasons. Microcontrollers have limited on-chip ROM, as we all know that, and the code space for the 8051 is limited to 64K bytes. So according to this, the following are some of the major reasons for writing programs in C instead of assembly. It is easier and less time consuming to write in C than assembly. So C is easier to modify and update, and you can use code available in function libraries. So C code is portable to other microcontroller with little or no modification. So 8255 microcontroller, 8252 microcontroller, 8052 microcontroller, you can easily dump the C code to that with limited modifications. So we have a data type in that one is unsigned character. Since the 8051 is a 8-bit microcontroller, the character data type is the most natural choice for many applications. The unsigned characters are ranges from 0 to 255, that is 00 to EFFH. It is one of the most widely used data types for the 8051 in many situations such as setting a counter value. Counter values we can use for this. Where there is no need for signed data, we should use the unsigned character instead of the signed character. Remember that C compilers use the signed character as the default if we do not put the keyword unsigned in front of the character. So we need to put that unsigned name before the character, and this is the one of the example for this. Write an 8051C program to send the value 00 to FF to port 1. So you can see it here. The first thing we need to include is the header file, that is hash include reg51.h. This is the header file we need to give for each and every program. Then void main void. So this is the one of the again the header file. Then what we need to do is we need to send 00 and FF to the port 1. First time the 00 has to move, and the second time FF has to move. 00 to FF. So 00, 01, 02, 03 like that up to FF. That is nothing but 255 up to 255. The number has to move one after the other to the port 1. So for that unsigned character Z we taken. Z will starting from 0 and it is less than or equal to 255. Once it reaches to 255, the increment is going to stop, and whatever the display is going to happen, that is also it is going to stop. So this is how we can send the data from 00 to FF each bit by using this without a delay. So if you run the program 00 to FF, it will count. It is not going to visible by the users. So in order to visible by the users, we need to go for the delay. So another example is write an 8051C program to send EXA values for ASCII characters of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C and D to the port 1. So here also the unsigned character my number be taken, and within the bracket one after the other the number is going to uh, incremented here. So unsigned character Z is taken. For Z is equal to 0, the first digit is going to show it in the port 1. If it is z is equal to 1, the second number is nothing but the second number is 1 here. So that is going to display here. So like that up to 10 characters we taken. So for that once it is incremented, one character is going to send to the port and it is going to display, and like that up to D it is going to display for each and every incrementation value. So like this we need to send these data hexadecimal ASCII values to the port 1. Next similar way you need to toggle the bits. So toggle the bits of port 1. So again I will take for uh, loop here. So if you give the instruction like this, repeated forever, means the toggle is repeated unlimitedly. There is no limit for toggle data. So first I will take P1 is equal to 55H. So 55H toggle value is AAH. If you go for the binary representation, 55H is 0, 1, 0, 1. Again 0, 1, 0, 1. If you go for complementing of that 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So 1, 0, 1, 0 is nothing but it is a value, means 8 and 2, the binary representation, that is 10. So that we call it as A in an ASCII format or hexadecimal format. So A it is going to display. Here also there is no delay in that. So unlimitedly it is going to toggle the value 55 and AAH. You can take any of the number irrespective of whatever the number we taken for example. And the signed character is also the 8-bit data type, and it is varies from minus 128 to plus 127. So from year to year, whatever the value we taken, that we call it as a signed character. Here also you can see here minus 4 to plus 4. So minus 4 to plus 4 we call it as a signed character. So you can take sign value or unsigned character set only. Here minus 4 to plus 4, each number has to display in the port 1. So we need to take how many numbers it is come from minus 4 to plus 4. That is 8 numbers you are going to get. So 8 numbers the for loop we are going to create here. So for z is equal to 0, one number has to display. For z is equal to 1, the next number has to display. So for this incrementation, we have a command z plus plus. So z less than or equal to 8 is nothing but up to 8 it is going to count. So up to 8, one incrementation is going to happen. So each incrementation, one data is going to display in port 1. So other type of data types are unsigned integer. Unsigned integer is a 16-bit data type that takes a value in the range of 0 to 65535. So that is nothing but 00000 to FFFFH. In 8051, unsigned integer is used to define 16-bit variables such as memory address. It is also used to set counters value of more than 256. So this is the one of the data type we are widely used in 8051 C programming. So it is ranges from 0 to 65535. Then signed character, signed integer. Signed integer is also a 16-bit data type that uses the most significant bit, that is D15 to D0. It is represents minus or plus value. So it is having 15-bit data. So that values are ranges from minus 32768 to 32767. Okay, so these are the, and S bit is also one of the data type. So S bit keyword is a widely used 8051C data type designed specifically to access single bit addressable register. It allows access to single bit of SFR, that is special function registers. We can use S bit to access the individual bit of port as shown in the example 1.5. So write an 8051 C program to toggle the bit of D0 of the port P1 50,000 time. So 50,000 time is the length is given, and the toggle value it has to display in the port 1. So you can see here S bit my byte P1 cap 0. That is nothing but we are setting a bit of port 1 first bit, that is LSB bit, that is P1 dot 0. So that bit only the toggleness is going to happen. So bit value first is 0 is taken, then the toggle value is 1. So in order to set any of the bit in any of the register, you can use this S bit. Okay, so port 1 is a special function register, and in that dot 0 only we taken, so the LSB bit only it is going to toggle here. So that is nothing but so port 1 consisting of 8 bit, port 1 consisting of 8 bit. In that last bit we call it as P1.0. In that continuously the toggleness is going to happen 0, again the next character 1. So like this toggleness up to 50,000 time. So 50,000 time is given. So for that we creating this for loop, that is z is equal to 0, z less than or equal to 50,000 time. So each and every time first incrementation it is showing 0, the next incrementation it is showing 1, again the next incrementation 0 1, like that it has to play for 50,000 time, 50,000 time. So this is how we need to create now by using S bit. So this is the data types which is used in C program. Thank you.